Yo, what's up, DGens? Good evening. We're going to talk some JASMY before we call it a day. I got a pretty bullish video for you here today. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling bearish because the market's been kind of red, this, if you're a JASMY holder, should excite you a little bit. So let's get into it a little bit here, guys. Look at XCN. Onyx Coin is pumping against the market. XCN and KASPA both pumping nicely here. A couple of things are starting to turn around a little bit. Not too bad. In the next couple of days, are we going to see the market turn around? I think possibly, yeah. I think possibly, yes. Okay. So let's have a look over at JASMY here. Down 2.7% on the day, down 7.5% on the week, and down 23.5% on the month. However, up 531% on the year. We're up 2 spots in rank to 69. Nice. A $1.56 billion market cap, and the volume is sitting at 176.59 milli. All right, so let's go have a look over at the JASMY chart. How did the daily close work out, and where do we go from here? So as you can see, I put the fibs on there for you guys. We held the 382, which is fantastic. We wicked below it earlier, but we came back up above it. We held it. We're sitting on it right now. We speculated if Bitcoin came down further, we would likely see, and there is still a strong possibility that JASMY could come down to the 236, around that 2 cent 6 level, guys. So keep that in your, in the back of your head, okay? It's possible we could see that. So not financial advice, obviously, but you could theoretically put in a couple of buy orders down there just in case we do sweep those lows. But you do you, boo-boo, right? We'll see what happens. Okay, so that's JASMY. We'll see what happens overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Let's go have a look over at Bitcoin. What's happening on the Bitcoin chart? All right, so some people consider this a head and shoulders. There's a lot of controversy going around about it right now. Some people saying yes, some people saying no. I say all we can do is watch and see how it plays out, right? Now, is there a strong possibility we come down? So far, we wicked down to 92K again and held it. We held 92 back here for a few days. We held it back here. 92K has been a pretty solid level of support. However, if we do play out a head and shoulders pattern here, we could come down somewhere inside this pocket here of 85 to 88K. And if that doesn't hold, we could come down here between 78 and 80K. And the reason for that is because there is a CME gap that needs to be filled down here, but it doesn't necessarily have to be filled anytime soon. So the odds of coming down here are slimmer. However, they are a real possibility, so you guys have to be aware of every potential scenario. So right now we're going to see if the 92 range can hold as a local bottom, and if we can reverse this market. We'll see what happens, guys, right? But again, there's still jobs reports coming out. There's still inflation data coming out. So we'll have to see how things play out. There's some speculation we might be red until after the inauguration. So there's that as well, right? All things are possible, guys, right? Now, I know nobody wants to hear we could go up, we could go down, but listen, guys, you have to be educated and informed of all scenarios. If you're looking for a channel that's just going to tell you up only, go watch BitBoy or something, right? Because at the end of the day, guys, we have to always be honest here. We have to make sure that you guys are prepared for both scenarios. If it goes down, you got dry powder to DCA. If it goes up, yay, your portfolio looks green. But personally, for me, guys, here's the thing. None of this in the short term, this week, whatever, none of this changes anything for me personally, because my exit area in terms of time zones, like time frames, hasn't changed at all. It hasn't changed at all. This bull run is going to last still until the fall, in my opinion. I think we'll see a solid run up to the upside up until around the end of March, halfway through April. And then we will see the summer doldrums where we will drop down significantly and we will just go sideways in boring action, probably through May, June, and at least half of July before slowly starting to work our way back up. And then in the fall, I believe we will have our blow off top. September, October, November, right? Somewhere in that area. So anyone telling you they can nail the exact top is full of it. Anyone telling you it's up only is full of it. And they're giving you misinformation for your clicks. We have to be honest with you here and make sure you're prepared, because the goal here is to help you make money, not get clicks, right? So in saying that, guys, nothing here is financial advice. Remember that. All right. So in saying that, a couple of things on JASMY. So, first of all, yay, 120K followers and counting for Junction. We're beyond grateful for the support from our community as Junction leads the charge in DPIN and AI and permissionless chains. This is just the beginning. Together, we're reshaping the future of Web3. Now, I wanted to read you something here. Now, this is very bullish, guys, and I'm going to connect some dots for you here, so be patient. Pay attention. This is out from Junction. They said DPIN is transforming the physical infrastructure like energy grids and wireless networks into tokenized economies, fostering scalability, transparency, and resilience. Similarly, Junction is revolutionizing AI computation by decentralizing GPU computing power and AI services on a layer 2 platform. Both are integral to creating sustainable decentralized ecosystems for smart cities and IoT. And Junction provides the foundation for DPIN-like applications through its GPU pooling technology and decentralized AI service framework. The ability to dynamically allocate resources, verify computational workloads, and ensure privacy aligns perfectly with the needs of tokenized community-owned infrastructures like those DPIN promotions. So, guys, why Junction is so important, I want to take you back to something that Hara talked about earlier today in his interview when talking about the past, the history, and the future of JASMY and Junction. Now, this very key paragraph here is huge for the future of Junction and the JASMY ecosystem. You have to remember to understand this fully, okay? Really quick. Junction is a layer 2. So it's basically a platform that they're building an entire ecosystem on top of. And the first project that has migrated over, as we know, is that MDG service that partnered with, that they announced the partnership, I believe, yesterday, and we covered that, right? The virtual concert, NFTs, music, and all that stuff over. They have migrated from Web 2 to Web 3, and they have migrated into the Junction ecosystem, okay? So you want to have a robust, well-diversified ecosystem, right? You want to eventually have a wallet. So we know the JASMY Super Wallet's coming out. The personal data locker will be on there. The platform they're building with Panasonic to connect all their IoT devices will be on there. So you see how all of this stuff starts to come together. Well, very interesting here what Hara says. He says in the future, so moving forward, we would like to collaborate Junction by sharing the processing power of their GPUs with other projects. And we will build a system that will increase profits. And there is a plan to return revenue to users who hold the tokens, which is you and me, right? So that's big. They have a plan in place so that we make passive income essentially. And I have the hiccups all of a sudden. So the part of this that's important that I want you to pay attention to is where they say they want Junction to collaborate and share their processing power of their GPUs with other projects. Now, we know that what they're talking about here is that Junction is building the world's largest GPU cloud, right? Now, you have to understand that GPU processing power is extremely extremely finite. It's very valuable. NVIDIA cannot keep up with demand, right? So there is and moving forward, there will continue to be a bigger and bigger gap between supply and demand for GPU processing power, okay? So this is extremely valuable. You have to understand that first off, okay? Now, what is it that AI projects use to build their AI projects and ecosystems? Well, to build out artificial intelligence technology, you need GPU processing power, right? That's why it's in such high demand. So when you put all of this together, what Hara is telling you is that there is going to be a lot of probably big name AI companies, crypto projects, who are going to migrate over to the Junction ecosystem, right? And you might ask, well, why would they do that? Well, because they're going to receive, Junction says right here, Hara says right here, Junction wants to have these companies come into their ecosystem, and they will share their GPU processing power with these companies. So it is affordable and accessible GPU power for these AI companies to utilize. That is a major incentive for them to want to migrate to the Junction ecosystem, okay? The potential of this truly, truly does boggle the mind at what level of projects could want to migrate their way over to the Junction ecosystem simply for the GPU processing power, right? And I know that haters are going to say, well, why would they want to, migrate over there? Like, what's the big deal? Again, processing power is finite and expensive, right? Having Junction on the list as a partner willing to share that processing power, the GPU processing power, is absolutely massive. Now, I want to go into, I want to show you some of the potential projects, guys. Now, from small to big, guys, from small to big, you could see a lot of these companies move towards their ecosystem. Projects like Near, I don't know about Render. Maybe Render might be happy. I think they're on Ethereum and Optimism, something like that. Anyway, Tau, ASI project, Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, or FET, right, has already expressed and proven their desire to merge and to work with other companies, obviously, right? So that would be a big one to move over. Virtual's Protocol. I mean, you have, guys, AI agents right now are becoming a massively viral thing, right? AI agents, for example, could be moving over there. AIOZ network, right? The list truly goes on and on, guys. You're going to see a lot of these companies start to work their way over to the Junction ecosystem. The Junction ecosystem, in my opinion, is getting ready to absolutely explode. I'm very bullish about this, guys. Connecting these dots, I am very, very bullish. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. And listen, guys, if you're new to crypto, I highly encourage you to jump over to our Patreon community. We can help you design an exit strategy if you've never been through an altcoin season before, guys. There is no shame in having your hand held by a community of hundreds of people who have been through multiple altcoin seasons, and we can help you design an exit strategy unique to your portfolio that will help you exit this altcoin season with your profits intact. Guys, 95% of people in crypto either break even or make no money because they have no idea what they're doing. They either sell too soon or hold too long, and then they think it's a scam. There's a lot of other factors that come into play here, guys. If you don't know how to identify where liquidity is in the market, you're going to place your sell orders and they're just not going to fill, right? And the reason for that is because there's no buy orders where you're placing your sell orders. I use this example often. If you think, I'm just going to sell my 2 million JASMY when it gets to $1, just sell it at $1. Who's buying your JASMY at $1? Not the exchange. I know that some people are confused and they think the exchange buys it back from them. No, that's not how it works. The exchange is just a middleman between you and a buyer. If there's no buyer on the other end, you're going to place your sell order, and guess what? It's just not going to fill. And then you're going to be left with your hands in the air going, this is a scam, This is BS. I put in my sell order. I said sell, and it didn't sell. That's because there's no buyer, right? You have to be able to know how to do this stuff properly, guys. It's not as easy as you think that it is. So get over to the Patreon. We will help you design an exit strategy. You can join our video group calls that we do. We do video group meetings every single day. You can see everybody else. You can talk to everybody else in the community. You can ask all the questions that you want. You can get the help and the reassurances that you need. You can schedule one-on-one coaching AMAs with me personally. We operate nodes over there. We're operating a couple nodes over there right now. We do a lot of DeFi staking for passive income. And there's just tons of other swing trade opportunities and stuff, guys. You get my buy and sell alerts over there as well. What I'm adding to my portfolio, what I'm selling, and everything else. So check that out, guys. The link is in the description. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.